You are now listening to Carolina Forest Basketball, presented by the voice of Panthers basketball, Brogan Hillman. (53-45), and then that was followed by Mullins taking on Johnsonville, the second game inside the consolation bracket. Mullins defeated Johnsonville by a score of 76-53. So Christian Academy and Mullins are going to meet in that 5th place matchup tomorrow, and then Johnsonville and Legion are going to be fighting for 7th place. And then just recently, Dutch Fork took down Conway in that matchup. So that sets up the winner of tonight's matchup to play Dutch Fork in the championship. The loser, they will meet Conway in that 3rd place game. An interesting spot for the Panthers because it could be deja vu all over once again for Carolina Forest, because last season they lost to Christ Church in that semifinal matchup, and who did they face in the 3rd place game? It was their inner city rival in Conway. So Carolina Forest has an opportunity to lose tonight, face Conway once again, and that is 2 back-to-back similar matchups from last season in the Panther Classic. But a win would punch their ticket into the championship game where they would take on Dutch Fork and the Silver Foxes. They've been hot all tournament. They are 2-0. They have looked very well, and they have gotten convincing wins in the long run. They sit in the championship game tomorrow. That'll be played at 6:30 p.m. Again, the loser of this matchup will take on Conway in the 3rd place matchup at 5 p.m. Before that, it'll be 3:30. That will be Christian Academy versus Mullins in that 5th place matchup that we talked about. And the first game to tip off tomorrow will be at 2 p.m. between Johnsonville and Legion for that 7th place matchup. So the bracket shaken out. Last game of day 2 coming right up. We are about to have our starting lineups announced, and we're about to have some Carolina Forest basketball action as they face Christ Church and the Cavaliers, trying to get it back from the loss they suffered last season. We'll be right back as starting lineups are being announced.
If you need your car detailed and cleaned, you're in luck. Beach Boys Detailing is a respected and dedicated car detailing business around the Carolina Forest area. You can find the Beach Boys at 843-455-6182 or on their Instagram, Beach Boys Detailing Go. Again, that number is 843-455-6182. The Beach Boys hope to see you soon.
Do you have things in your way that you don't have the time or means to move? You can call GT Junk Removal at 843-605-2147 for quotes to move stuff efficiently and effectively. Again, that's 843-605-2147. Make sure to clean up your life and get those things out of your way.
as we are ready for tip-off. The starting lineups for your visiting Christchurch Cavaliers is going to be number 1, Anthony Atkins, number 3, Jonathan Perry, number 12, David Dixon, number 23, Reed Hipp, and number 33, Ty Young. For Carolina Forest, a very similar lineup as we're used to seeing. Number 1, J.J. Gray, number 3, Cade Taylor, number 4, R.J. Henry, number 5, Eric Morales, and number 11, Josiah Fisher, as J.J. Gray wastes no time and gets on the board with an early layup for Carolina Forest, 2-0. The Panthers strike first, 7:30 remaining in the first quarter. A quick score for the Panthers, exactly what they need to get going, but a quick response for Christchurch as Jonathan Perry buries a 3 from the right wing. 3-2, Christchurch reclaims the lead, 7:15 remaining in the first quarter. J.J. Gray with the ball now on the left wing, as he's going to dish that to R.J. Henry. Henry going to bring it to the top of the key, try to make something happen. He is working against the tallest defender for Christchurch in Reed Hipp, standing at 6'6", a big presence for the Cavaliers. That one is taken away off the glass. Rebound by Ty Young into Hipp. Hipp puts it up and in on the reverse layup. That height, a big factor for Christchurch tonight. 5-2, they extend that lead to 3. 6:41 remaining in the first quarter, as it's going to be Henry once again on that left wing. Henry going to dish to Gray. Gray tries to get into the paint. Physical draped all over him. Finds Eric Morales for 3, and he's going to hit. Beautiful 3 from the right wing. Knocks it down. Nothing but net. Evens us up at 5. 6:18 remaining in the first quarter. And the offensive scoring is on full display to start this one off early. 3 for David Dixon is no good for Christchurch. Rebound, Cade Taylor. He's going to push up, finds Josiah Fisher in the left corner. Fisher going to find Morales. Morales tries to find Gray. That one gets away. It's going to seep out of bounds. Christchurch ball. They take over on the sideline, and it's the first turnover for Carolina Forest, something that they're going to have to minimize if they want to take down Christchurch in this revenge matchup. It's going to be Young with the ball on the wing. Young finds Hipp. Hipp is working against Gray. He's going to hand off to Atkins. Atkins into the corner. He has Young. Young working against Henry. Height advantage for Christchurch. They have 3 players 6'5" or taller in this starting lineup, something that they're going to use as they get an offensive rebound and go up. Layup is no good for Reed Hipp. But again, that 6'6" frame on full display as he goes up, grabs the board, and he's headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Foul goes against Josiah Fisher. His first foul of the night. First free throw for Hipp is no good. Off the front iron and out. Remains 5-5. 5:26 remaining in the first quarter. Looks like this is going to be a contest that you need all the points you can get, as these offenses are on full display tonight. Second free throw is going to be good for Reed Hipp. Brings it to 6-5. Christchurch holds the 1-point lead. 5:20 remaining in the first quarter. It's going to be J.J. Gray on the right wing. Gray going to find Morales. Morales tries a post up. Not going to go. Rebound Young, and Christchurch is pushing with numbers, as it's going to be Hipp, top of the key. So he's just going to find Dixon. Dixon's going to find Perry. Perry brings this one into the paint. Post up right at the free throw line, and he knocks it down. 8-5 Christchurch. A beautiful post up from Jonathan Perry. He has 5 points on the night for Christchurch. Now for Carolina Forest, it's going to be J.J. Gray at the top of the key. Trying to work that one around. It's stolen by Christchurch on the run. It's going to be Dixon. Dixon's layup up and in. Christchurch takes an early 10-5 lead, and Carolina Forest going to call a timeout. They want to regroup, talk some things over, and see what they can do moving forward. Again, Christchurch out to an early 10-5 lead, 4:30 remaining in the first quarter. We'll take a timeout with them and be right back with more Carolina Forest basketball action.
Do you have Have things in your way that you don't have the time or means to move? You can call GT Junk Removal at 843-605-2147 for quotes to move stuff efficiently and effectively. Again, that's 843-605-2147. Make sure to clean up your life and get those things out of your way.
As we are back, it was just a quick 30-second timeout. It's going to be Carolina Forest ball. Cade Taylor bringing it up the floor for the Panthers. He's going to be working against Perry. Taylor going to find Gray. Gray working on the left wing, double team. Going to try to make something happen. He's going to find Henry. Henry still working against that double team. Tries to bring it to the top of the key and just reset for Carolina Forest. It's going to go back to Gray. Now Gray working against Hip. And Gray eventually going to find an out. Fires a three. Not going to go. Offensive rebound. A tough board. Josiah Fisher gets the board, lands on his back. They're going to call a travel just because of the up and down motion. Unfortunate. Trying to come down and make one of those plays. Not an easy play to make. Now it's going to be Christchurch pushing on the sideline. It's going to go into Atkins. Atkins in the paint, trying to make something happen. Defenders swarming all over him. And a beautiful play from R.J. Henry to knock the ball off the foot of Atkins. It's going to be Carolina Forest ball on the baseline. Remains 10-5, 3:47 remaining in the first quarter. It's going to be Taylor working on that right wing. He's working against Perry. Beautiful move to get into the paint. He's going to find an open Gray. Gray layup attempt, not going to go. Second effort also not going to go for Fisher. They're going to say he was fouled. Looks to be fouled in the shooting motion. He's headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Looks like a little bit of pain lingering from that rebound attempt. First free throw, not going to go off the back iron. Second free throw attempt on the way for Fisher. And that's going to be off the back iron and in. Makes it 10-6 with 3:36 remaining in the first quarter. Substitution for Carolina Forest. It's going to be the free throw shooter, Josiah Fisher. Heading out, subbing in, Jaden Nolan for Carolina Forest. That one is taken away, a steal for Carolina Forest. Going to be Cade Taylor, one of the better defenders on this team. Quick hands and always in the face of offensive players. 3 attempt for R.J. Henry is going to be no good. Rebound, Christchurch pushing now. Reed Hip into the paint. Layup attempt is no good. Defensive rebound for J.J. Gray, and Carolina Forest is pushing with numbers once again. He's going to set up on that right wing. Going to find Taylor. Taylor now working towards the middle. Post-up jumper, not going to go. Offensive rebound, Jaden Nolan, his second attempt, not going to go. J.J. Gray there for the third attempt, and that falls. 10-8. Carolina Forest minimizes that Christchurch lead down to 2. 2:52 remaining in the first quarter. It's going to be Christchurch now working against a full court press of Carolina Forest. They're going to break the press eventually, get past half court, and just set up with Perry on the left wing. Perry still working into the paint, finds an opening, gets to the hoop, puts the layup up and in, and extends Christchurch's lead to 4. 12-8 Christchurch, 2:27 remaining in the first quarter. Carolina Forest now almost loses it. R.J. Henry able to regather it for the Panthers. He finds Gray on that left wing, and he'll be working against Perry. Gray now going to switch, working against Dixon. Bleeds it into the paint, finds Nolan. Nolan tries to get it to Morales. Layup attempt, no good. Ball still loose. Both parties fighting for it. They're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow looks to be with Carolina Forest. So it should be staying right on the baseline for a Carolina Forest inbound. Substitution for Carolina Forest. It's going to be R.J. Henry and Eric Morales subbing out. It's going to be Nick Zanconi and Jack White subbing in. Speaking of White, has the ball on the wing. He's going to bleed one into Zanconi. Zanconi back to Taylor. Taylor for 3. He hits 12-11. Carolina Forest minimizing that lead down to 1. Minute 47 remaining in the first quarter. Beautiful 3 attempt from Cade Taylor. He has a hot hand, and if he can get going from beyond the arc, we know he can shoot. Now into the paint, fouled is going to be Josh Butler. Layup attempt was no good, but he'll be headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Foul is going to go against Jack White. His first foul of the night. Second team foul for Carolina Forest. First free throw attempt for Butler, no good, off the back iron and out. Remains 12-11 with 1:38 remaining in the first quarter. Second attempt for Butler. Also no good, off the back iron. Rebound Taylor. Gonna say he was fouled going up to get the rebound. Gonna be on the floor. And that foul is gonna go against Colt Anderson, his first foul of the night. Second team foul for Christchurch. It's gonna be Nolan on the left wing working for Carolina Forest. He's gonna find Zanconi. Right back to Nolan on the top of the key. Nolan is a big man, having it on the top of the key. Eventually they find Gray on that right wing. As he calls for a screen, he's going to get into the paint. Push shot is going to go. Nothing but net. A beautiful little floater there for J.J. Gray right over the head of a defender, giving Carolina Forest the lead, 13-12 with 1:01 remaining in the first quarter. Christchurch now. Slow to inbound. Ball still on their half of the floor. They finally get it past half court. They're going to push it now. It's going to be to Atkins. Atkins, post-up attempt, no good. Rebounds and Coney. Carolina Forest has the ball. 45 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Clock ticking down. Carolina Forest leads 13-12. A beautiful pass from Taylor into Nolan, who is able to finish on the glass. 15-12 with 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Carolina Forest extending their lead to 3. Now pushing for Christchurch. Going to be Anderson. Anderson, layup attempt taken away. It's going to be Zanconi to find Gray on the breakaway. 17-12, J.J. Gray with the layup, extending Carolina Forest lead to 5. 11 seconds remaining now in the first quarter. Christchurch pushing, layup attempt, no good. Rebound, Gray with 5 seconds. 4, beautiful pass to Taylor. He hits him in transition as the clock expires. Carolina Forest offensive explosion to close out the first quarter. 19-12. Carolina Forest goes from down 8 to up 7 to end off the first quarter. Beautifully played by Carolina Forest. Transition points to their advantage, and now they hold a 19-12 lead heading into the second quarter. We'll be right back with second quarter action for your Panthers.
If you need your car detailed and cleaned, you're in luck. Beach Boys Detailing is a respected and dedicated car detailing business around the Carolina Forest area. You can find the Beach Boys at 843-455-6182 or on their Instagram, Beach Boys Detailing Go. Again, that number is 843-455-6182. The Beach Boys hope to see you soon.
You have things in your way that you don't have the time or means to move? You can call GT Junk Removal at 843-605-2147 for quotes to move stuff efficiently and effectively. Again, that's 843-605-2147. Make sure to clean up your life and get those things out of your way.
As we are set here to start the second quarter inside the Panther Den, you're hosting Carolina Forest Panthers up 19-12 over Christchurch. Again, the winner of this contest goes to the championship game tomorrow at 6:30 against Dutch Fork. Christchurch quick to respond. Ty Young, a little post up inside the paint, 4-2, knocks it down, 19-14. Christchurch with a quick answer to start off the second quarter. Now it's going to be J.J. Gray for Carolina Forest. He's working on that left wing, trying to get by his defender, working against Young. Post up right over the head of Young, knocks down a beautiful post up of his own. 21-14. Carolina Forest extends that lead right back to 7. Now Christchurch trying to move fast, throws it away, steal by J.J. Gray. Gray into the paint, gonna be fouled, and one. Puts up a beautiful attempt inside the paint, back to back, same little floater move. He knocks it down, headed to the line, looking to capitalize and make it a 3-point play. Beautiful play from Gray. Free throw attempt is good. gives Carolina Forest a 10-point lead here to start off the second quarter. 24-14. The Panthers exploding on the offensive end. We know they can do it quick, and we know if you blink, you might miss something here with this offense, especially implementing this full court press here that has been so deadly over the course of this season for opposing offenses. They know how to suffocate, create opportunities, get takeaways, and score in transition, something that they have done tonight to help them extend their lead to 10 early on here in the second quarter. It's going to be Christchurch, Anthony Atkins, top of the key. He's going to find Hip. Hip, post-up shot of his own is good. They're going to say it was a three-pointer. Looked like his foot might have been on the line. It was not. Makes it 24-17. Actually, that's going to be David Dixon. Good from three. Carolina Forest leads 7. 6:27 remaining here in the second quarter. J.J. Gray working top of the key. He's working against Dixon. They're going to say he's a double dribble turnover for Carolina Forest. Christchurch is going to take over on the sideline. Substitution here for Carolina Forest. Going to be Jack White subbing out. In his place, Brandon Johnson. First time seeing him on the floor tonight. It's going to go right back to David Dixon for Christchurch, as they're going to find Atkins in the corner. Atkins working against Gray, almost loses it, regains it. Still looking, stolen by Johnson. Gets on the floor, gets a takeaway, but that one is taken away by Atkins. A quick one, as here, Dixon is going to lose it for Christchurch as well. Ball changes possession 3 times in 5 seconds. Heads out of bounds, and it's going to be Carolina Forest finally able to inbound on the baseline. It's going to be Gray inbounding as he finds Taylor. It's going to be Taylor bringing it up the floor, working against Perry for Carolina Forest. And Cade Taylor capitalizes, puts the bucket in, makes it 26-17 for Carolina Forest. They are up 9, 5:34 remaining here in the second quarter. 3 attempt for Dixon, no good. Rebound Hip, his second attempt effort, not gonna go. Gets his own board, puts it up and in. He is fouled, he'll be headed to the line to try to capitalize and make it a 3-point play. Cuts that lead down to 7, looking to make it 6. Again, Carolina Forest leads 26-19 with 5:27 remaining in the second quarter. Reed Hip looking to make it a 6-point deficit. Free throw attempt is good, nothing but net. A beautiful free throw, making it 26-20. It's going to be Johnson bringing it up the floor for Carolina Forest. He's going to find Taylor. Taylor, top of the key, working, finds Gray. Gray, left wing, going to fire a 3. No good off the rim. Rebound, Atkins, pushing now for Christchurch. He gets that one to Dixon. Dixon, layup attempt, up and in, cutting that deficit now to 4. 26-22. Christchurch with another response. 5:04 remaining in the second quarter. It's going to be Gray once again on the left wing. Same wing he just fired that 3 from. He gets into the paint. Layup attempt is not going to go. He's going to be fouled. Looks like Reed Hip got a piece of his hand while going up for the layup. He'll be headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be Reed Hip's first foul of the night. Second team foul here in the second quarter for Christchurch. First free throw attempt, no good for J.J. Gray off the right side of the rim and bouncing out. Remains 26-22 with 4:53 left in the half. Second free throw attempt is good. Nothing but net. J.J. Gray able to capitalize on one of the free throws. He will sub out. Subbing into his place is going to be number 5, Eric Morales. Started tonight for the Panthers, and he is back on the floor for Carolina Forest. A quick response for Christchurch is going to be Atkins, a little lob into David Dixon. 27-24. They cut that lead down to 3. 4:41 remaining here in the second quarter. It's going to be Morales with the ball top of the key. He's going to find Fisher. Fisher tries to find Morales. That one gets poked away. Christchurch on the run. And it's going to be a charge called on Christchurch. That is the right call as he's going up for a layup attempt. It's going to be Ty Young. Tried to give Fisher a little bit of a check there, but it did not go unnoticed. First foul against Ty Young, and that gives Carolina Forest ball back on the baseline. It's going to be R.J. Henry bringing it up for Carolina Forest. He's going to find Johnson. Johnson working against Atkins, able to get away from him. Tries to find Morales. That one's going to get away. Morales able to get back on top of it. Corral it for the Panthers, and he's going to find Johnson. Johnson has it taken away by Young. Young into the lane, tries to put up a layup. Instead, he's going to lose his footing, travels, and gives Carolina Forest the ball once again on the baseline. A crazy sequence of events. No one wants the basketball right now. It just keeps getting it away, and it must be slippery out there on the floor. After all that coercion of events, it's going to be Carolina Forest ball on the baseline once again. It's going to be Cade Taylor bringing it up, working against Perry. Taylor going to find Fisher. Fisher thought about shooting. Instead, he's going to find Henry in the paint. Henry just has to fall on top of it. He does. He finds Taylor. Taylor for three. Not going to go. Just misses part of the rim. Heads out of bounds, and it's going to be Christchurch ball on the baseline. Remains 27-24, Carolina Forest, three-point lead with 3:47 remaining here in the second quarter. That one's taken away, steal by Taylor. He's gonna find Gray, layup attempt, no good. And it's going to be a jump ball on the rebound. Little discussion here between both parties. And it is going to be Carolina Forest ball on the baseline. They had the possession arrow, and it's going to stay here with the Panthers. It's going to be Henry on the inbound. Henry has to get one out. He does, eventually finds Taylor. Taylor working on the left wing. Back to Henry, thought about shooting in that left corner. Man closes out. Instead, he's going to bring one in to Taylor. Taylor tries to bring it into the paint, not going to have it. Goes out to Fisher. Fisher for three, not going to go. Ball hit off the rim and landed out of bounds. It looks like it last touched Reed Hipp's hands on Christchurch. It's going to remain Carolina Forest ball. Inbound to Cade Taylor, who knocks down the three, 30-24. Carolina Forest finally extending that lead to 6, 3:14 remaining here in the second quarter. Christchurch moving fast. Dixon tried to put up a slam attempt, doesn't go. Carolina Forest looking for a charge. Instead, it's going to be a blocking foul on R.J. Henry. That's going to send David Dixon to the line. He'll have 2 free throw attempts, trying to minimize this 6-point Carolina Forest lead. First attempt for Dixon. No good, too strong off the back of the iron. Remains 30-24. With 3:09 remaining here in the second quarter. Second free throw attempt. Also too strong off the back of the iron, no good. Christchurch offensive rebound, layup attempt, no good. Another offensive rebound for Christchurch. It's going to be called a foul on the floor. Refs discussing what that foul is going to be. It's going to remain Christchurch ball on the inbound. They're going to bleed one into Hipp. Number 23, fading away on the baseline. He's able to get it out and save it just in time. He's going to go to Atkins. Atkins layup attempt, fouled and one. Drops it in to the bucket. A beautiful layup attempt for Anthony Atkins. And he is going to be headed to the line to shoot a third and try to capitalize on the and one. Foul's going to go against Josiah Fisher. His second foul of the night. Free throw attempt is good for Atkins. He capitalizes on the three-point play. Makes it 30-27 with 2:52 remaining in the second quarter. 3-point lead for Carolina Forest. It's going to be Cade Taylor set to bring the ball to the floor for Carolina Forest. He's working against Atkins that just capitalized on the and one. Substitution for Carolina Forest. It's going to be J.J. Gray. Substitution in for Josiah Fisher. As Cade Taylor knocks down another three, extending Carolina Forest lead back to 6. 33-27, Carolina Forest leads. 2:27 remaining in the second quarter. Christchurch tries the three of their own. Not going to go. Lands out of bounds. Going to be Carolina Forest ball on the baseline, and they are going to take over possession. Cade Taylor now working against Atkins on the top of the key. As he's going to find Henry. Henry on that left wing. Going to find Gray. Gray working against Perry. Gray brings it all the way back to the top of the key. Tries to make something happen. Euro step into the floater. He knocks it down. Hard to guard that. A shifty move from J.J. Gray to give the Panthers an 8-point lead. 35-27. Minute 48 remaining. Christchurch tries the three-pointer. Going to be Cass Williams. Not going to go. Offensive rebound for Christchurch. They set up at the top of the key. Now it's going to be Hip from the corner. Not going to go. Rebound Taylor. And Carolina Forest has the run. It's going to be Gray. Gray into the paint. Layup attempt is good. 37-27. Carolina Forest regains a 10-point lead. Minute 26 remaining now in the second quarter. Christchurch trouble inbounding. Again, that full court press for Carolina Forest deeming so effective. Going to remain Christchurch ball as it was off the hands of a Carolina Forest defender. And now Christchurch is pushing. That's going to be Williams. Williams' layup attempt is good for Christchurch. 37-29, bringing that lead back down to 8. Now it's Taylor on that right wing for Carolina Forest. Taylor going to find Gray. Gray post up for three. He is fouled, not going to go. But he was, again, fouled in shooting motion, and he'll be headed to the line to shoot 3 free throws. One of the best players in the state of South Carolina when it comes to getting to the free throw line. First free throw is good for J.J. Gray. He knocks it down, making it 38-29 with 1 minute and 2 remaining in the first half. Second free throw attempt, no good, off the back of the iron and out. He is 1 for 2 so far on this trip to the line. Gray, third free throw attempt is good. Nothing but net, making it 39-29, minute and 2 remaining in the second quarter. A little bit of a inadvertent horn. No substitution. Substitution horn plays, and we're going to have to re-inbound. A little bit of confusion on the court, but it just happens. Now it's going to be Atkins. Atkins is going to bring it up the floor for Christchurch. Atkins bleeding it into the paint. Layup attempt is not going to go. Ball loose on the ground. Atkins, a great play to try to get his own rebound. They got physical near the baseline. They're going to say he was fouled. That foul is going to go against Landon Sario. His first foul of the evening. But that's going to put Christchurch in the bonus. Atkins headed to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Makes it 39-30 with 49 seconds left in the second quarter. Second free throw attempt for Atkins. No good, off the front of the iron. Rebound by Roberts. Now pushing for Carolina Forest. Tries to hit Sario. Not going to get it there. It's taken away. Atkins on the steal, but Cade Taylor has a steal of his own. Taylor bleeds a pass in to Gray. Gray fouled while going up for the layup. It remains 39-30. J.J. Gray fouled once again. He'll be headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws, and there is 36 seconds remaining in the half. First free throw attempt is good for J.J. Gray. Makes it 40 to 31. Added another point for Christchurch. After the fact, they added it mid-play. I don't know if that was an error or there was something we missed. Second free throw, no good. Remains 40 to 31. Carolina Force with the lead. As Reed Hipp tries to find his man in Atkins. That one gets away. Turnover Christchurch. Remains 40-31. Carolina Force with the 9-point lead, and they have the ball with 23 seconds remaining. It's going to be Taylor with the ball for Carolina Force. Looks like they're bleeding clock and wanting to save it for the final shot of the half. Again, 40 to 31. 14 seconds remain now. As now the clock hits 10, 9, 8. Gray with the ball. He's going to find Sario. A beautiful bleed into the paint. Landon Sario, his attempt is good. 1 second now. Half-court heave for Christchurch. No good for Atkins off the back of the rim. And we go into the half 42-31. Carolina Force with the 11-point lead here over Christchurch. A beautifully played first half for Carolina Force. Again, we go into the half. Carolina Force leads 42-31, an 11-point lead heading into the half. We'll be right back with second half action for your Carolina Force Panthers.
If you need your car detailed and cleaned, you're in luck. Beach Boys Detailing is a respected and dedicated car detailing business around the Carolina Forest area. You can find the Beach Boys at 843-455-6182 or on their Instagram, Beach Boys Detailing Gone. Again, that number is 843-455-6182. The Beach Boys hope to see you soon.
You have things in your way that you don't have the time or means to move? You can call GT Junk Removal at 843-605-2147 for quotes to move stuff efficiently and effectively. Again, that's 843-605-2147. Make sure to clean up your life and get those things out of your way.
Carolina Forest leading 42-30 at the half. It is 30. We figured it was. We saw an extra point go on the board there for a minute for Christ Church as we entered the half. Looked like 42-31 for a second, but it is 42-30. Carolina Forest with the 12-point lead here at halftime. So like we mentioned, Carolina Forest took on Christ Church in this exact same game, exact same scenario last season. They played them on January 3rd, and that was in the semifinal matchup. Christ Church ended up winning that contest and eventually went on to win it all. They won the 2025 Panther Classic. They beat Brooklyn Case in the championship game 41-32. Now, the winner of this game is going to advance to take on Dutch Fork in the 2026 Panther Classic Championship. Carolina Forest hosting, obviously looking to get on to that matchup. The loser, again, going to face Conway in the third place matchup tomorrow at 5 p.m. The two other games already set. It's going to be Christian Academy versus Mullins in the fifth place matchup at 3:30. And the very first game of tomorrow going to be the seventh place matchup between the two 0-2 teams in Johnsonville and Legion Collegiate Academy. Legion Collegiate we saw here last season. Carolina Forest took them on first game of the 2025 Panther Classic. Christian Academy, a common opponent every year in the Panther Classic. Conway always in the Panther Classic as of recent years. Dutch Fork, a new competitor finding themselves in the championship game. So the winner of this, again, going to face Dutch Fork, the Silver Foxes, the football powerhouse in the state of South Carolina. Feels like they're in the state championship game year after year. Also having some juice in basketball this season as the winner faces them in the 2025 Panther Classic. We have about 2.5 minutes until we get back on the court with some third quarter action. So some stuff to note has just been this defense for Carolina Forest. It feels like game after game we talk about this defense creating transition opportunities, just tightening down, taking away opportunities from Christ Church, getting big, rebounding, kicking out, and having transition points. It seems like that Cade Taylor running to J.J. Gray in the transition open court has been lethal here for the Panthers. It seems like every time there's a loose ball, you can expect to see J.J. Gray down near the basket putting up a wide open layup, and it just racks up for Carolina Forest here. Also, their perimeter shooting has been very good tonight. Cade Taylor usually has a hot hand and gets going from beyond the mark. He does it yet again for Carolina Forest. They have looked really good here throughout the first half of play. Again, they hold that 12-point lead over the Cavaliers, 42-30, who traveled just under 4 hours from Greenville to compete in the Panther Classic. Minute and 30 until we get back on the court with some third quarter action. This is the final game of day 2 for the Panther Classic, and you just have to love tournament play. There's nothing to not love about it. The drama, the anticipation, the matchups, knowing who you're going to play, knowing the scenario, having to win to get into these big games. If you lose, you still have a matchup. Every team here at the Panther Classic plays 3 games. That's what's so beautiful about this tournament, is that once you lose, you're not done. You just play for something that might not be what you want. It might not be a championship, but you still have another game against opponents from all over the state, and some of which even traveling from afar, not in this state. So you get to play some foes that you might not play on the average weekday or on the average matchup. You get some new looks, play some new guys, play some new people from your bench that you might not start, that you might not put into the rotation right away. Maybe a new 6-man, whatever it is, you can try out new schemes. It's the beauty of the tournament and the chaos, obviously, of the bracket. So we're about 30 seconds here away from the second half kicking off, and it looks like these teams ready to take the floor as this clock slowly ticks down. Again, Carolina Forest leads 42-30 as we get started here in the third quarter. We'll take one. Actually, no, we won't. I won't do that to you. We'll stick right here. It looks like we're going to get right into some play for Carolina Forest and Christ Church. It's going to be Carolina Forest ball on the sideline, and it looks like Cade Taylor ready to inbound for the Panthers as we kick off some third quarter action here. Carolina Forest versus Christ Church. It's going to be a quick strike to Henry. Henry goes back to Taylor. Taylor thought about the post-up. Instead, his pass is going to be taken away. That steal It's going to be Ty Young for Christchurch. Young puts up a layup attempt. It's no good. Now he's in the paint, stuck, trying to find a guy. He's going to kick out, and he has Atkins. Atkins going to find Dixon. Dixon for three, and he hits early for Christchurch. 42-33, and this lead is down to 9 within the first 30 seconds of play here in the third quarter. It's going to be Gray with the ball now, working against Perry. Gray into the paint, getting physical, layup attempt up and in, 44-33. JJ Gray quick to respond for the Panthers and add 2 more onto the board. Atkins flies into the paint, gonna draw a foul. It's gonna be an on-the-floor foul. It's gonna go against Josiah Fisher, his 3rd foul of the game. Actually, they're gonna call it a shooting foul. They're gonna say Atkins was in the motion, and he'll be headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Atkins' first free throw attempt is up and in off the back of the iron. It's going to be 44-34. Christchurch bringing this lead down to 10. Second free throw attempt for Atkins, up and also good off the back iron and in. 44-35, Christchurch brings that lead down to 9. 7:10 remaining here in the third quarter. It's going to be Taylor on the right wing working against Perry. Taylor going to find Morales. Morales, top of the key, going to find Fisher. Fisher, back to Taylor. Thought about pulling it instead. He's going to bring it into the paint. Tries to find Henry. That one's going to loft over his head. It's going to hit off of Dixon's hands of Christchurch. It's going to remain Carolina Force ball as they inbound on the sideline. Taylor looking to inbound. He's going to hit Morales. Morales almost fades out of bounds. Has to keep it alive. Instead, he's going to throw it. It's going to go into Perry's hands. Perry. He's going to find his guy in Hip. Hip's layup attempt, no good. Rebound, Carolina Force. It's going to be Morales on the rebound. He finds Taylor. Taylor brings it up the floor, and he finds Morales. Morales quick to shoot. 3, in and out. Not going to go. Rebound, Atkins. Christchurch now pushing the other way. It's going to be Perry on that right wing working against R.J. Henry. Perry going to find Young. Young goes to Dixon. Dixon into Hip. Hip, the 6'6 senior layup attempt is good, making it 44-37 with 6:20 remaining here in the third quarter. 7-point game. Christchurch quick to cut down that lead from 12 at half to now 7. And a steal for Christchurch. It's going to be Young. Young to Hip. Hip layup attempt is good. Back-to-back layups on fast break for Christchurch, bringing this one all the way back to 5. 44-39, timeout called for Carolina Force, looking to regather and slow down the momentum that Christchurch has built out of the gate here in the third quarter. So we'll take a quick timeout. Looks to be a 30-second timeout, and we will be right back with more third quarter action. Again, 44-39, Carolina Force leads Christchurch in the third quarter.
Have things in your way that you don't have the time or means to move? You can call GT Junk Removal at 843-605-2147 for quotes to move stuff efficiently and effectively. Again, that's 843-605. You have things in your way that you don't have the time or means.
So this was a quick 30-second timeout. Going to be Carolina Force ball on the baseline. 44-39 again. Panthers still leading by 5. 5:58 remaining in the third quarter. It's going to be Taylor. Taylor working against Perry. He's going to bring this one into the paint. He's going to find Morales. Morales brings it back down, finds Taylor into Fisher. Fisher now on the free throw line, going to bring it back to Taylor. Taylor for 3, not going to go. Offensive rebound, JJ Gray. His second attempt effort is also no good. Rebound, Atkins for Christchurch. Atkins finds Perry. Perry pushing it into the paint as he's going to find Dixon. Dixon's attempt, no good. Defensive rebound, that is, for Morales. Morales going to find Gray. Gray back out to Morales. His 3 attempt is going to be no good off the front iron. Rebound for Hip as he goes to Atkins, and now Christchurch bringing it up the floor onto their end. Atkins still working into the paint. That one gets away. They're going to say he lost it. It's going to remain. Ooh, now they're going to flip the call. They're going to say it went off of a Carolina Force defender and remain with Christchurch. Originally, they said Carolina Force ball, but now they're going to confer and say it's going to remain Christchurch basketball. Set to inbound on the baseline as he's going to find Young. Young working on that left wing. He goes in to Hip. Hip strong in the paint. His layup attempt originally blocked by Gray. Second chance effort. He gets fouled. Layup attempt is no good, but he will be headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Foul goes against Nixon Coney. His first foul of the evening. Free throw attempt, no good for Hip. It's going to remain 44-39 with 5:05 left in the third quarter. Second free throw attempt, no good off the back iron. 0 for 2 that time from Hip at the free throw line. It's going to remain 44-39, Carolina Force with that 5-point lead. Now it's going to be Fisher with the ball on that right corner for Carolina Force. He's going to find Zinconi. Zinconi over to White. White for 3. Not going to go off the back iron. They're going to confer who that ball went off of. It looks like it went off of Christchurch. It's going to remain Carolina Force basketball, and it's going to be Fisher set to inbound on the side. Fisher looking. He's going to find Gray. Gray working against Atkins. Now into the paint. Puts up a tough contested shot, not going to go, right off the iron. Great offensive rebound from Cade Taylor. Taylor finds Gray. Gray in the left corner for 3, not going to go. Rebound by Young. Young now pushing for Christchurch. He finds Hip. Hip trying to body his way into the paint. He does. Layup attempt up and in, 44-41. Christchurch cuts this lead down to 3. 4:20 remaining in the third quarter. Now it's going to be Taylor. Taylor brings this one all the way into the paint. Layup attempt, no good. Beautiful follow-up by Josiah Fisher, who sends it up and in. 46-41. Carolina Force extends that lead right back to 5. 4:04 remaining now in the third quarter. Now it's going to be Dixon in the left corner for Christchurch. Dixon's pass going to be taken away. It's going to be Gray on the steal. Gray feeds one into Zinconi. His layup attempt up and in. 48-41. 7-point lead. Carolina Force extends it to with 3:41 remaining in the third quarter. It's going to be Atkins' ball on the left wing. Atkins going to swing it over to Young. Young into Hip. Ball almost gets away from him. Instead, he's going to put up a post range. Not going to go. Rebound by Gray. And Carolina Force gets it right back. They have that 7-point lead, and they have the ball. It's going to be Gray. Top of the key. Working against Young. Stop and stutter move. Little turnaround. Layup attempt. No good. It's going to be an offensive rebound, but it's going to be taken away. It's going to be Atkins for Christchurch. Now he finds Young. Young on the left wing into the paint. His layup attempt up and in makes it 48-43, cutting that lead back down to 5. 3:04 remaining in the third quarter. It's going to be Taylor now for Carolina Force, bringing it up the floor. He's going to find Gray. Gray working on that right wing against Perry. Now he's going to be working against Hip. Gray fires from downtown, and he hits 51-43. A beautiful step-back 3 in the face of Reed Hip, the 6'6 senior. Makes it 51-43, an 8-point extension for Carolina Force. 2:36 remaining in the third quarter. Good defense from Carolina Force is going to cause Christchurch to lose control of that ball. It's going to go off the hands of a Carolina Force defender. It's going to remain Christchurch ball. And it's going to be Young set to inbound on the sideline. Young going to find Perry. Perry working on that right wing. Perry's going to hit one over. He's going to find Hip. Hip back to Keeble. Keeble working on that left wing. Now back to Perry. It's going to be a timeout call for Christchurch. 51-43, Carolina Force leads by 8 with 2:17 remaining in the third quarter. It's a quick little 30-second timeout. We'll send you to a quick commercial and be right back with the final 2 minutes and 17 seconds of third quarter action. Again, Carolina Force leads 51-43.
You have things in your way that you don't have the time or means to move? You can call GT Junk Removal at 843-605-2147 for quotes to move stuff efficiently and effectively. Again, that's 843-605-2147. Make sure to clean up your life and get those things out of your way.
as we are breaking up the huddle. Currently, it's going to be Christchurch ball. 2:17 remaining left here in this third quarter. 51-43. Carolina Forest leads by 8. And again, winner of this contest goes to the 2026 Panther Classic Championship to take on the Dutch Fork Silver Foxes. Christchurch has it now. It's going to be Reed Hip on the left wing. Hip into Young. Young double team. Is going to find Dixon. Dixon. Post up, no good. It's going to be Gray on the rebound, pushing now for Carolina Forest. They had numbers. That ball is going to get away from them, and it's going to be a takeaway for Christchurch. It's going to be Perry. Perry finds Dixon, thought about shooting. He's going to find Young in the corner who's going to shoot, and that's going to be no good. Rebounds in Coney. He's going to find Gray. Gray on the run, layup attempt, gets a bump, no good. Dixon with the rebound for Christchurch, and they're pushing again. Now it's going to be Perry for Christchurch, who goes into the paint. Thought about shooting. He's not going to. He's going to find Dixon. Dixon sets up for three, and he's going to hit. 51-46, making it a 5-point game. 1:27 remaining in the third quarter. Christchurch is doing a good job sticking around and cutting down the lead at times to stay in this contest. J.J. Gray now working top of the key against Perry. Fadeaway three, not going to go. Rebound by Young. Christchurch has it right back. Remains 51-46, minute and 8 remaining left in the third quarter. Now it's going to be Hip. Hip passes to Perry. Perry in the left corner is going to be fouled. Foul looks like it's going to go against Jaden Nolan of Carolina Forest. So now there's 59 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Actually, they're going to say the foul goes against Cade Taylor, his third foul of the night. Inbound, Christchurch went to Dixon, thought about shooting it. Instead, he's going to go to Young. Young right back to Dixon on the left wing. He's working against Jack White. White's going to go to Atkins. Atkins, pass gets deflected, taken away. It's a steal for Carolina Forest. It's Taylor with another one on the night. Taylor now working, finds Zinconi. Zinconi to Nolan on the runner into the paint. That one gets away. Atkins with the steal for Christchurch, and they are working now. 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Carolina Forest still leads 51-46. Little post-up shot, no good for Christchurch. It's going to be a rebound for Carolina Forest, but a jump ball is called. Possession arrow goes to Christchurch. It's going to be the Cavaliers' ball on the baseline with 24 seconds remaining. It's going to be Perry set to inbound for Christchurch. Perry looking to make something happen. Eventually finds Young deep in the backcourt, who goes right back to Perry, who wants to set up with 20 seconds remaining. It's going to be Gray working against Perry. Now it goes back to Young. Young working against White. Gray coming over to help with the double team. Instead, they're going to find Dixon. Dixon to Atkins now on the right wing. He's going to go back to Perry. Perry for three, not going to go. Offensive rebound for Christchurch. Rebound goes to Atkins. Atkins layup attempt, no good, but he is fouled with 0.9 seconds remaining in the third quarter. He is headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws with 0.9 seconds remaining. Foul goes against Jaden Nolan. First free throw attempt for Atkins. Attempt was good. There was a whistle before the attempt. Jim's chattering. No one's quite sure what's going on. They do not count the attempt. Might have been a lane violation. Second free throw attempt, however, is good. As of now, the scoreboard reads 41-51-47. And it looks like it's going to remain that way heading into the end of the quarter. Carolina Forest, a 4-point lead heading in to the final 8 minutes of play. Carolina Forest again, fourth quarter, game to determine who goes to the championship round. Carolina Forest leads by 4, 51-47, heading into the final 8 minutes of play.
Have things in your way that you don't have the time or means to move? You can call GT Junk Removal at 843-605-2147 for quotes to move stuff efficiently and effectively. Again, that's 843-605-2147. Make sure to clean up your life and get those things out of your way.
If you need your car detailed and cleaned, you're in luck. Beach Boys Detailing is a respected and dedicated car detailing business around the Carolina Forest area. You can find the Beach Boys at 843-455-6182 or on their Instagram, Beach Boys Detailing Gone. Again, that number is 843-455-6182. The Beach Boys hope to see you soon.
As we are back, Carolina Forest again holding this 4-point lead heading in to the fourth quarter. 51-47 in a matchup that determines who goes to the Panther Classic Championship. Christchurch again beat Carolina Forest in this round last year, and they ended up winning the entire tournament. Carolina Forest wanting it to be their year, looking for their turn. It's going to start off with Nolan in the paint for Carolina Forest. Nolan tries to find Taylor. That one deflects off the hands of Cade Taylor. It's going to head out of bounds. Christchurch gets the ball on the turnover. It's going to be an inbound for Perry. Perry going to find Young. Young finds Dixon in the corner. Thought about shooting. Instead, he's going to give it right back to Young on the wing. And right back to Dixon. Dixon does put up a three. He's not going to go. Rebound for Carolina Forest. It's going to be J.J. Gray. And he is going to bring it past half court and set up for Carolina Forest. Remains 51-47. 7:22 remaining in the contest. Gray working against Johnson. Three-pointer not going to go. Offensive rebound for Nixon Coney. Gives it right back to Gray, and they will reset. 7:12 remaining now in the contest. That one almost taken away. Getting physical now on the floor. They're going to call it a jump ball. Both parties a little slow to get up. It's going to be Jonathan Perry and J.J. Gray. They both finally get to their feet. Look to be a little shaken up. Possession arrow does go to Christchurch. It was a jump ball called. Both parties are all right. A little shaken up, but they play it through. And it's going to be Christchurch ball. It's going to be Atkins on the right wing. 7:02 remaining now in the third quarter. Now to Dixon. Dixon into Perry. Perry layup attempt up and in. Makes it 51-49 with 6:52 remaining in the fourth quarter. 2-point contest now for Carolina Forest. It's Gray at the top of the key. Gray working against David Dixon. Gray now brings it over to the right wing. Gonna bring it on to the corner. Shot, no good, off the rim. Battling for the rebound, off the hands of Jaden Nolan. Gonna be Christchurch ball on the baseline. And they have a chance to go down and tie it up or take the lead with 6:33 remaining in the fourth quarter. Again, Carolina Forest leads 51-49. Bringing it up the floor, it's going to be Jonathan Perry. Perry working against Henry. He's going to find Atkins. Atkins on the right wing. Thought about shooting. Instead, it's going to get it to Dixon. Dixon working against Sinconi. As he's going to find Perry. Perry to Young. Young for three for the lead. Not going to go. Offensive rebound by Dixon. Dixon working in the paint. Layup attempt is up and in, and we are all tied up. 51-51. 6:01 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's going to be Gray bringing the ball up the floor for Carolina Forest. Gray going to find Taylor. Taylor three. Not going to go off the front rim. Flying in for the offensive rebound was Nixon Coney. He's going to get hit. They're going to call the foul. They're going to say it goes against Reed Hip, his second foul of the night. And Nixon Coney headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws. First free throw attempt is good. Nothing but net. Sinconi gives Carolina Forest the lead right back. 52-51. 5:51 remaining in the fourth quarter. Second free throw attempt on the way. It's going to be up and no good off the front iron. Rebound Atkins. Christchurch now with the ball. Gets to the Dixon. Dixon on the right wing. Tries to go back to Atkins. It's stolen. It's Sinconi. Sinconi layup attempt up and no good. Rebound by Perry. Christchurch has it right back. They're going to push now. Gonna get that one up to Williams. Williams, the corner for Dixon, not gonna shoot. Instead, he's gonna pull it right back down to Perry. Perry, layup attempt, no good in the paint. Rebound by Zinconi. Zinconi now pushing, finds Taylor. Taylor to Henry. Henry's gonna unload a three, not gonna go. Fighting for the rebound. It's going to go off the hand of Zinconi. It's going to be Christchurch ball on the baseline. Carolina Force holds a 1-point lead with 5:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. A crazy close game with championship berth implications on the line. It's going to be Atkins now on that right wing. Atkins tries to get it in the hip. It's going to be taken away. It's going to be Zinconi on the steal once again. Zinconi, top of the key, bringing it up for Carolina Force. Gets into the paint, tries to make something happen. It's going to find Sario. Sario's shot lands. Beautiful post up right at the free throw line. 54-51 gives Carolina Force a 3-point lead with 4:48 remaining in the fourth quarter. A beautiful catch and shoot turnaround shot on the free throw line to extend Carolina Force lead. Now it's going to be Christchurch. Going to be Perry in the corner. Perry going to unload. His shot's going to be no good. Dixon with the offensive rebound. David Dixon up and in, cutting it right back down to 1. 54-53 with 4:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. Now it's going to go to Zinconi. Zinconi on the right wing. Going to bring it into the paint. He's going to be fouled on the layup attempt. Layup does not go, but he will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Two free throw attempts with the chance to extend Carolina Force lead with 4:17 remaining in the fourth quarter. First one no good off the front of the iron. Remains 54-53 with 4:17 left to play. Second free throw attempt, going to be up and in off the left iron. Finds the back of the net, 55-53, 2-point lead for Carolina Force, 4:12 remaining in the fourth quarter. Now it's going to be Atkins on the left wing. Atkins to Dixon, who has been the leading scorer tonight for Christchurch. Dixon to Perry. Perry going to say he was fouled, forced out on the baseline. They're going to say it goes against Cade Taylor, as he is in foul trouble with 4 fouls on the night for Carolina Force. Gonna have to be careful these last 3 minutes and 59 seconds as Christchurch, a big shot and one for Reed Hip. The shot ties the game at 55. Free throw attempt, looking to capitalize, make it a 3-point play and give them the lead. A huge shot from Reed Hip late into this contest, looking to give Christchurch a lead with a big, crucial free throw coming up for Christchurch. Not too crucial. There's still 3 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in this game, but you would always want the lead in these type of situations. Reed Hip, free throw, goes off the glass and in. 56-55, Christchurch leads for the first time here in the second half. Going to be J.J. Gray bringing the ball up the floor for Carolina Force. He's working against Perry. Thought about shooting. He's going to give it to Taylor on the run. His shot is deflected and blocked. Dixon with the block. It goes to Perry. Perry into the paint. Layup attempt. No good. And it's going to be rebounded by Dixon for Christchurch. Three-pointer is good for Christchurch. It's going to be Williams from the left wing. 59-55. Christchurch extends their lead to 4. Going to be a timeout. Carolina forced. It's going to be a full 60-second timeout to regather, regroup, and hope to minimize that 4-point lead. Again, Christchurch leads 59-55 with 3:20 remaining in the contest. We'll be right back with the crucial 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in this contest.
You have things in your way that you don't have the time or means to move? You can call GT Junk Removal at 843-605-2147 for quotes, to move stuff efficiently and effectively. Again, that's 843-605-2147. Make sure to clean up your life and get those things out of your way.
If you need your car detailed and cleaned, you're in luck. Beach Boys Detailing is a respected and dedicated car detailing business around the Carolina Forest area. You can find the Beach Boys at 843-455-6182 or on their Instagram, Beach Boys Detailing Go. Again, that number is 843-455-6182. The Beach Boys hope to see you soon.
Big possession here for Carolina Forest, as there's 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. It's going to be Nixon Coney ball, top of the key. He's going to find J.J. Gray. Gray working on the left wing. Now he brings it up top of the key. He's working against Williams. Gray into the paint. Floater, and he hits 59-57. Cuts that lead down to 2. A close contest here in the Panther Den. Winner goes to the championship game. Again, Christchurch leads 59-57 with the ball. It's going to be Young. Young working top of the key. He's working against Taylor. Taylor, been a sure defender all night for Carolina Forest. Now it goes to Perry. Perry working against R.J. Henry. That pass going to go into Williams. Williams trying to make something happen. Gives it back to Dixon. Dixon, leading scorer for Christchurch tonight. Goes back to Perry, back to Dixon. Dixon for 3, not going to go. Offensive rebound for Christchurch. They get it right back to the top of the key with Williams. 2:17 remaining. Christchurch leads by 2. Goes in, Dixon in the corner for 3. He's going to hit 62-57. Christchurch up 5 with 2:09 remaining in the fourth and final corner. Another timeout for Carolina Forest again. Christchurch leads 62-57, 2:09 remaining. We'll be right back with the final 2 minutes and 9 seconds of this close contest.
Have things in your way that you don't have the time or means to move? You can call GT Junk Removal at 843-605-2147 for quotes to move stuff efficiently and effectively. Again, that's 843-605-2147. Make sure to clean up your life and get those things out of your way.
If you need your car detailed and cleaned, you're in luck. Beach Boys Detailing is a respected and dedicated car detailing business around the Carolina Forest area. You can find the Beach Boys at 843-455-6182 or on their Instagram, Beach Boys Detailing Go. Again, that number is 843-455-6182. The Beach Boys hope to see you soon.
As it's going to be Carolina Forest ball, down 5 with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left to play in this crucial semifinal contest. It's going to be Cade Taylor bringing the ball up the floor for Carolina Forest. He's going to be working against Jonathan Perry. They get the ball to Gray. Gray working against Dixon, who just hit the clutch 3 for Christchurch. Gray into the paint. Going to say he was fouled. They're going to say it was on the floor. Foul goes against number 1, Anthony Adkins. Going to be a second foul of the night. It's going to be Gray set to inbound on the baseline for Carolina Forest. Gray gets it into Taylor. Taylor push shot, not going to go. It's going to be a rebound by Christchurch. Reed Hip, as he's going to set up and try to bring it up the floor here for Christchurch, as they're going to call a blocking foul on J.J. Gray. Tried to set a screen on Atkins, get in his way and get the ball back, force a turnover. But instead, Gray is going to be rolling around in some pain here on the floor. Charge unsuccessful. Foul goes against Gray. Gray still on the floor, lost the shoe. Trying to get resituated here. And he does not look 100%. Definitely took a big hit there on the charge. Substitution for Christchurch. It's going to be Ty Young subbing out. In his place, going to be Cass Williams. Gray going to remain on the floor for Carolina Forest. Again, Christchurch ball up 62-57 with a minute 38 remaining in the fourth quarter. Atkins working against Gray, and Gray is going to be called on the reach-in foul, his second foul. Second foul of the night, also his second foul in the last 10 seconds of game time. Remains 62-57 Christchurch as they have the ball. Now it's going to go over to Atkins. Atkins working against Henry. Back to Perry. Perry top of the key. He's working against Zinconi. Christchurch, you can tell, just trying to bleed clock here and hold it as long as possible. It's going to be Perry again, top of the key, working against Zinconi. Trying to make something happen. Spins into the open paint. He's going to find Hip. Hip in the corner. Going to bring it back out to Perry. Got physical on the side with Henry. They're going to call a blocking foul on Henry. Going to remain Christchurch ball. Actually, that's going to put Christchurch in the bonus, as Jonathan Perry is going to be headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws. First free throw attempt up and in for Christchurch gives them a 6-point lead with a minute and 6 remaining in the fourth quarter. Second free throw could make it a 7-point deficit, which would be 3 possessions with a minute and 6 seconds remaining. Second free throw up and in for Jonathan Perry. Goes 2 for 2 on clutch time free throws. Makes it 64-57. Minute and 1 second remaining for Carolina Forest. They got to move fast. Now it's going to be Gray on that left wing. Gray throws up a heave. He is fouled on the side on that left wing. There's going to be a 3-point foul. 3-pointer no good, but he'll be headed to the line to shoot 3 free throws. If he can capitalize on all 3, he brings this game back within 4 with 54 seconds remaining, making it way more doable for Carolina Forest if they have a late minute push. First free throw attempt, Gray, nothing but net, makes it 64-58 with 54 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Second free throw attempt, up and in for J.J. Gray. He's 2 for 2. One more free throw to bring it within 4. Again, 64-59 with 54 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Third free throw, up and good. All 3 free throws, nothing but net, making it 64-60 with 54 seconds remaining, and a steal on the baseline for Carolina Forest. This one goes to Gray. Gray to Taylor. Taylor for 3. He hits 64-63. A steal, a 3, a clutch play just when they need it most. Carolina Forest comes right back within striking range. A 1-point game with 45 seconds remaining in the contest. A crazy turn of events. The deflection on the inbound from J.J. Gray to get the steal, find the open Cade Taylor. Taylor, a clutch shot, ice in his veins to knock it down. It is not enough just yet. They are still down 1 with 45 seconds remaining. Christchurch still leads 64-63. They will have the ball. There will be 45 seconds remaining. A huge shot, because regardless, if Christchurch goes down and scores and puts 2 on the board, Carolina Forest still has the opportunity to tie with a 3-point shot, which they have been effective from the perimeter all night long. If they give up a 3 to Christchurch, they will be down 4, which would make it very difficult to work with. Expect Christchurch to try to run off as much clock as possible, try to find the best shot possible, and put points on the board. Carolina Forest here, prove effective on that full court press. We talked about it time and time again, and here we go. Christchurch set to inbound. They get it to Dixon. Dixon working now. Full court press for Carolina Forest, trying to get it up court. They do. They get it to Atkins. Atkins gonna find Young. Young working on the right wing. Working against Taylor. That's taken away. Zinconi on the run. Layup attempt. Not going to go. Off the hands of a Christchurch defender. It's going to be Carolina Forest ball down 1 with 29 seconds remaining. 64-63, Carolina Force down 1, and they had the ball in the inbound. It's going to be Gray. Gray goes to Fisher. Fisher to Taylor. Taylor on the right wing. Now to Gray. Gray in the corner. 22 seconds remaining. Carolina Force is down 1. It's going to be Gray holding it. 15 seconds now. Working against Hip on the right wing. They're down 1. They need something. Gray into the paint. He is not fouled. It's taken away. Steal for Christchurch. 9 seconds remaining as Christchurch takes it away with a 1-point lead. 64-63. 6.8 seconds remain in the contest. It's going to be Jonathan Perry at the free throw line. Regardless, it's going to be a one-possession game if he makes either of these free throws. First free throw attempt up and good. Makes it 65-63 with 6.8 seconds remaining. One more free throw attempt for Jonathan Perry. His second free throw is up and good. 66-63. It is a 3-point game with 6.8 seconds remaining. Going to be Carolina Force ball on the inbound. They call timeout to get their best play in the book sorted. Who is this ball going to go to? Who do you let shoot in the clutch time like this? You need 3 to not win, to tie it up. To force overtime, you need a 3. There is no other option. We just saw Cade Taylor hit a clutch 3 to bring it within 1 to put 63 up on the board. Do you give it to Cade Taylor and let him shoot? Once again, already having a clutch 3 under his belt here late into the fourth quarter. Do you give it to your point guard, who was once the leader in points per game in the entire state of South Carolina? Who do you put this ball in the hands of with 6.8 seconds remaining, needing your best play and needing a three-pointer to keep your championship hopes alive on your home court? You need your best play, and you need your best player to show up big. As both teams set to take the floor for the final 6.8 seconds of regulation. Ball in the hands of Gray with 5 seconds remaining, and he is fouled. The smart play by Christchurch. Just to mention, after he was fouled, he put up a half-court shot, and he made it. An insane shot, but unfortunately, he was fouled prior to the half-court shot. They are now going to be in the bonus, and J.J. Gray is going to have 2 free throws for Carolina Force. They're down 3 with 3.6 seconds remaining. First free throw up and good. 66-64, Carolina Force within 2. They now have 1 free throw, down 2 with 3.6 seconds remaining. You need to deflect one off the rim, get big in the paint, and put one up here if you're Carolina Force. Free throw attempt up, no good. It's going to be a rebound and head out of bounds. It's going to stay with Carolina Force. 2.2 seconds remaining. Down 2, 66-64. Carolina Force ball. 2.2 seconds remaining. Down 2. A 3-pointer wins it. A 2 sends it to overtime. And now you seriously need your best play. Carolina Force lucky to have that one back after the free throw lands out of bounds off the hands of a Christchurch defender. So there is another opportunity for your best play. This is why tournament basketball is the best. The chaos, the utter just insanity that is produced when you have some of the best teams across the state competing for one goal, and that is to win the Panther Classic. I can only imagine what the championship game would be like. This is just the semifinals to get into that championship against the Dutch Fork Silver Foxes. Again, Christchurch leads 66-64. Carolina Forest down 2 with 2.2 seconds remaining, and they have the ball on their side of the court, inbounding on the baseline. A chance to either put up a layup, put up a two-pointer for the tie, or a three for the win. Here's the inbound. Cade Taylor. Taylor finds Gray. Gray, that ball's taken away, and that's going to end the contest. They're going to say it was a foul before clock expired. And if anything, there's going to be very minimal time left on this clock as Reed Hipp heads to the free throw line for Christchurch. They lead 66-64, 0.5 seconds remain. 2 free throw attempts on the way. It looks very bleak now for Carolina Forest. That inbound got away from them. Christchurch able to corral. They get fouled, and Reed Hipp hits on the first free throw. That makes it 67-64. Christchurch leads by 3 with 0.5 seconds remaining in the contest. Looks very minimal. And the chance of victory for Christchurch extremely high here down the stretch. Hipp, second free throw is good. 68-64, 0.5 seconds remaining in the contest. And it looks as if Christchurch is going to advance to the championship game to take on Dutch Fork. J.J. Gray, half-court heave, not going to go. Didn't matter if it did anyway. It was a 4-point contest. And the Christchurch Cavaliers survive in a close, crazy back-and-forth matchup to head to the championship game tomorrow at 6:30 to take on the Dutch Fork Cavaliers. Again, just a crazy, hard-fought game down to the wire. An insane matchup. Christchurch takes the victory in the end. And Carolina Forest finds themselves in the 3rd place matchup for the 2nd consecutive year against Conway for the 2nd consecutive year. They faced the Tigers, their in-city rivals, last season on their home court in the 3rd place matchup, and they will face them once again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Again, Carolina Forest going to take on Conway in that 3rd place matchup. And we will be here back with that at 5 p.m. Congratulations to Christchurch winning in a crazy close matchup to advance to that championship game to take on the Dutch Fork Silver Foxes. Carolina Forest will take on Conway back here at 5 p.m. for the 3rd place matchup. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to tonight's game. It was a crazy, close, back-and-forth matchup. A lot of offense, a lot of clutch shots. Eventually, Christchurch able to take it. 68-64. Carolina Forest again. We'll be back at 5 p.m. tomorrow to take on the Conway Tigers.